Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share the single most powerful set of principles that will transform your automated trading from just okay to consistently profitable. I wish I could tell you there's a secret indicator or a magic backtest trick that unlocks 10 times returns overnight, but there isn't. What truly separates the top algo traders from the rest is a foundation of rock-solid processes and systems. In the next 15 minutes, you'll learn every core pillar I've developed over years of working with institutional clients, so you can implement them step by step and see real improvement in your live results. No hype, no guesswork, just battle-tested fundamentals. Strategy market fit. Most traders pick a strategy because it's hot in a blog post or backtest leaderboard, then deploy it blindly, only to get crushed when volatility spikes or regimes shift. I've seen clients launch a 200-period RSI mean reversion bot at the start of 2024, only to watch their drawdowns explode in the second quarter as market structure moved from low volatility to high volatility. The lesson? Your strategy must match the current market environment. Why it matters. When your strategy aligns with market regimes, trending versus ranging, low versus high volatility, you avoid disastrous equity crashes and achieve steadier returns. How to do it? First, build a simple regime detector. A rolling window ATR or Hurst exponent calculator will tell you whether the market is in a noise-dominated phase or a trend. Second, design 2 to 3 sub-strategies, one for trending environments, one for ranging, and a third as a catch-all or opportunistic play. Finally, automate the switch. Have your execution engine monitor the regime signal and scale in or out of each sub-strategy automatically. Over time, you'll notice your equity curve smooth out and your drawdowns shrink. Algorithm optimization. Think of it as CRO for algos. Optimization isn't about brute forcing hundreds of parameter sets until you hit the highest in-sample sharp. That approach almost always overfits, giving you a strategy that looks amazing on paper, but tanks in live trading. In one case, a client's breakout system tested at a sharp of 1.8 in walk-forward backtests, but produced just 0.9 sharp live, a textbook example of curve fitting. Why it matters. A truly robust algorithm tolerates small parameter tweaks without blowing up, so you can trade it with confidence. How to do it? Implement walk-forward analysis by dividing your history into rolling windows. 6 months in sample, 3 months out of sample, and test every parameter set across all windows. Only retain the sets that consistently exceed your performance threshold in every segment. Then, build an ensemble. Rather than picking the single best set, average the top 3. This hedges against the risk that any one combination is secretly overfit. High-fidelity backtesting and parameter tuning. If you're still using bar-based backtests with static slippage and commission assumptions, you're setting yourself up for some nasty surprises. One client assumed 0.5% slippage, but actually suffered closer to 15% in the live market, a disparity that turned a winning backtest into a bleeding loser. Why it matters. Accurate net performance projections let you size positions correctly and allocate capital safely. How to do it. Whenever possible, backtest on tick or high-frequency data, modeling variable spreads and slippage. Then run your algo in paper mode for at least 2 to 4 weeks, logging every fill price versus the theoretical bar midpoint. Use that data to calibrate a slippage regression model. Slippage as a function of liquidity proxies like volume and time of day. Incorporate this model into your backtester, so your profit and loss estimates reflect reality. Downloading CSVs and manually overwriting columns might get you to a working backtest, but honestly, it's a disaster just waiting to happen. I've seen signal generation stop cold because a vendor changed their CSV schema, and well, no one noticed until a major drawdown showed up on the blotter. Why it matters. A robust data stack ensures you can reproduce every result, debug issues quickly, and scale seamlessly as you add new markets or strategies. How to do it? Centralize all market data, quotes, OHLC fundamentals, in a time series database like InfluxDB or KDB+. Automate ingestion pipelines with schema validation, versioning, and alerts on any schema drift. On top of that, build a live analytics dashboard, maybe Grafana or Plotly, to monitor key metrics in real-time signal distribution, fill statistics, P&L attribution. When something goes wrong, you'll see it immediately and know exactly where to look. A fixed lot size rule or a simple 2% per trade drawdown stop is just way too crude for modern algo portfolios. One of my clients actually blew out their account during a volatility spike because they didn't adjust sizing for the sudden market noise. Why it matters. Proper risk management lets you scale your strategies efficiently, lowers tail risk, and protects your capital during extreme moves. How to do it. Use volatility-based sizing. Scale your position inversely to real-time ATR, so each trade targets a constant dollar risk. Then, at the portfolio level, construct a simple covariance matrix across your sub-strategies and apply a risk parity approach, making sure each strategy contributes equally to total VR. Finally, implement adaptive stop losses that widen during high volatility and tighten when the market calms, so you never get stopped out by random noise. Running your bots on a single home PC or VPS is really just asking for trouble. One trader I know lost 4 hours of trading and significant profits when his server hardware failed overnight. Why it matters: high uptime and low latency are critical when you rely on automation to capture those fleeting market opportunities. How to do it? Containerize your trading engine with Docker and deploy across multiple availability zones in the cloud. Set up health check endpoints and automatic restart policies, and push instant alerts via SMS or Slack if anything goes down. On the latency front, regularly benchmark your round-trip times to the broker's API, and consider co-located servers or direct market access if you need microsecond-level execution. That's the complete framework. I know it's a lot to digest, but if you implement just one of these pillars, whether it's regime-aware strategy switching, rigorous slippage modeling, or cloud-native execution, you'll see smoother performance and fewer screaming blue murder drawdowns within the next month. If you're serious about scaling your algo operation or want help building these systems from the ground up, click the first link in the description. And if you haven't already, check out my other videos for deep dives on machine learning signal generation, advanced risk analytics, and more. I'll see you in the next one. Happy trading!